Oh, good morning. Uh, Honestly, don't really want to leave this bed, but gotta get up. See, it's my alarm's just sort of gone off. It's 4:10 in the morning. So yeah, today I'll catch the ferry all the way to Ullapool, and we'll see where we can go from there. Right, time to get up. Let's get ready. Oh, I'm not perfect, but I'm sure I'm alright for the rest of the day. Just doing a quick look around just to see if I've forgotten anything. Chargers away, that's cool. Aye, it looks like we'll be ready to go. Aye, left nothing. I'm always very conscious about checking just before I go, because I always have that awful feeling I might have forgotten something. We'll just have a look in the bathroom. Aye. Yep, I have everything. So I've had a wonderful stay in here, and I was talking to our wonderful host, Donna, and she's quite happy for me just to leave the key on the table. So, wallet, phone, keys. Right, let's go. Goodbye, this beautiful place. Forgive the state of my boot. But here we go. It fits. Here we are at the ferry port in Stornoway. And that's our vessel for today. That's the MV Loch Seaforth. Still have no driving footage because I still can't get this mount to stick onto my dashboard. Yep, so unfortunately no driving footage. So I'll see you when we get onto the boat.
Arriving at our destination. Would all vehicle drivers and the passengers please return to their vehicles?
After driving off the ferry, I've pulled into a car park, had a cup of coffee, walked around and did another wee bits of souvenir shopping. So back in the car, and what about that crossing? I was planning to do a tour around the ship, but I found that to be, well, not a good option, to be fair. The ship was packed with people, quite a lot of kids running around, so that's never a great thing for YouTube. Crossing was actually quite bumpy when we were in the open part of the Minch. And there were a lot of people carrying trays with cups of coffee and hot food, because usually when it's an early crossing, like I went on a 7 o'clock sailing, first thing a lot of people do is just go straight to the Mariners Cafe, and get themselves a hot breakfast. So yeah, people carrying hot food, hot drinks, bumpy conditions, kids running around, quite a lot of pets as well, quite a lot of dogs. So yeah, it just wasn't ideal just to be a Wally walking around with a camera. So yeah, I just found a seat towards the back in the pet area, and just sat out most of the crossing. It was a comfortable crossing, despite the weather conditions. The stabilizing fins did their job very well, and also found out if you sit towards the back of the ferry, you actually feel the stabilizers more. That's because you're just basically sitting on top of them, because they are actually at the, I'm going to use a nautical term, hope I got it right, the stern. Is that the back of the ship? I assume bow is the front, because you bow forward. But anyway, yeah, so if you sit towards the back of the ship, you'll feel the stabilization more. But yeah, great crossing, absolute wonderful approach into Ullapool. That was one of the best approaches into any port that I've ever encountered. So I won't forget that in a while. So where off to next? Well, I've been on the TripAdvisor app, and one place that's caught my eye, it's called the Corrieshalloch Gorge. And I've decided that I'm actually going to do something tomorrow morning, because the weather's actually going to be a little bit better. So stay tuned, find out later where I go. But it's an absolute stunning place. So yeah, I'm going to go to Corrieshalloch Gorge, and I'll see you when I get there. It's Corrieshalloch Gorge Visitor Centre. So, Corrieshalloch Gorge, it's a slot gorge. It was created by a melting glacier thousands of years ago, and it's located on the road in between Ullapool and Inverness, roughly 11 miles outside of Ullapool. Wow, look at this. Stunning, hey? But yeah, when the glacier melted, it created this beautiful gorge, and wildlife has flourished in this area ever since. So you'll probably get to see maybe a couple of unique things, possibly wildflowers. I'm no big expert into this, and I haven't done much research, as you can probably tell. So I'm just going to walk the trails and just see what I find. A bridge and the sound of flowing water means one thing. I have a funny feeling there's going to be a lot of these waterfalls on this track. So these are called the step falls. And of course, you can use your mobile device, scan the QR code, and you can listen to what it has to say. So this is the Rocky Falls, or in Gaelic. Now, this is very similar to what it is in Irish, but it's on Crag. No, it means the Rocky Falls. You'll probably see a few of these fences and gates along the way, and they're actually just to protect deers. So it's always best to keep them closed. You can see quite a few branches are lying on the ground. It's because not too long ago, just the past couple of days, we had a storm called Storm Flores, which wreaked havoc up here. And I was crazy enough to actually drive through it. And it wasn't great driving conditions. So if you ever see an amber warning, it's there for a reason. So I'll know for next time, if there's an amber warning, leave the car at home. Because the winds, oh man, they were very high. They were up to around 75, 80 mile an hour gusts. From the bigger falls to the wee ones. Spectacular in their own right. Well, Corrieshalloch Gorge is under the National Trust for Scotland. And there's quite a few of these signs about. So what we have the Sir John Fowler's Bridge and Falls of Meshock, 2 minutes away. Viewing platform and Lady Fowler's Fern Walk. And obviously the other way, you got the Woodland Walk and Waterfalls and the gateway to Nature Centre. In Irish we'd say Underhead, but I think over here it's on Droghhead. Anyway, it means bridge, built by Sir John Fowler, who is notable for the first. Did he construct the London Underground? Fowler was an engineer most notable for the world's first underground railway. Yes, that's the London Metropolitan Railway, and the iconic Forth Bridge. So there we go. We're going to be walking across a bridge built by a genius. And yes, it is also no drone zone. So 6 people maximum on the bridge. Could be here for a while. Wow, this is spectacular. Tell you what, that bridge sure moves, swaying from side to side. You can see why there was a 6-person limit on it. But yeah, wow, what a sight that was. Love the bridge though. I think this is part of the Lady Fowler's walled ferns. I think we're coming up to a viewing platform, but there's quite a few people about, so I'm just gonna wait until it just gets a little bit more quieter. What we're about to see is the Falls of Mishak. I have to admit, that was a good view down the gorge, and those waterfalls. Yeah, they were breathtaking, weren't they? Well, you can't go any further than the Falls of Mishak. The platform again has a maximum capacity of 6 people at any one time, so just be prepared for a wee wait. We're coming back to the Sir John Fowler Bridge, and I'm just going to show you how wobbly it can get. They should put traffic lights here. Got a bit of a queue forming. Right, here we go. It's wobbly. Just found another pathway. And it's just by the Sir John Fowler Bridge. They also have CCTV on it, so yeah, they're not messing when they say a maximum of 6 people. Hood back on. But yeah, when I went to that viewing platform, that's where I thought where the trails ended, but apparently not. It seems to be a longer one. So, look at this. If you can just make it out in between the trees, you've got the viewing platform. And the trail continues. I haven't got a map or a guidebook, so I'm just aimlessly wandering around. There we are. One of the many waterfalls that make this gorge absolutely special. And you can see it trickling out down there. Oh, that's pretty neat. It's absolutely clear. Wouldn't drink it though. If you were to be walking along these paths, I would wear appropriate footwear. I know I say that in most videos, but I can't label the importance of it. I mean, I'm wearing outdoor shoes here. Well, all shoes obviously are outdoor shoes, but ones for walking on tracks like this. But yeah, just be careful when if it's raining, they can get quite slippery. I don't know if you can see it, but there is a waterfall there somewhere. Oh boy, getting excited now. I hear waterfall. Oh boy, there it is. Oh wow, what a sight to behold. There you can see it flows all the way down there. On we go up some more hills. Wonder where this will bring us. I don't know if this is going to be close to the overflow car park where I've parked my wee car. But yeah, look at all the ferns. Tell you what, I've done some exercise today so far. This is good for the body and the soul. Oh, I'm a little bit out of puff at the moment, so bear with me. But it seems like this path is leading us back to the overflow car park or the visitor centre. It'll be a surprise. Which one will it be? Oh, I think I can see part of the visitor centre. Oh yeah, we're getting into the hills now. According to the National Trust of Scotland, the forge is 60 metres deep, and I think that's 200 feet in old money. Anyway, and Corrieshalloch Gorge is 1.5 kilometres in length. It's a spectacular place. I mean, don't think the camera can do it justice. It really is deep, and it's quite long, so it's an ideal place to go for a day out with the family, or even if you're on holiday up here. It is free to get in, but when you use the car park, you will see it looks like a pay parking meter. I asked one member of staff, because I'm parked in the overflow car park, and if I had to pay, and he told me it's not mandatory. Excuse me, oh, make sure I shut the gate properly. So yeah, he said it's not mandatory, but they would like a £5 donation. I know times are tough for everyone at the moment, but I mean, £5, I think is good value. I mean, this would be a great outing for the family. You can spend quality time with them. You spend time out in the outdoors, out in the fresh air. It's also great exercise, so I think it's worth it. Anyway, I can see where my car is parked. So I'll see you in a wee while. It's coming up to lunchtime, so I'm getting a bit peckish now. I'll go grab something to eat, and I'll catch you later. Always remember, drive on the left-hand side here in Scotland and throughout the UK. Had a really lovely luncheon there. Yeah, I had what they call a pizza twist. I've never had one of those before. Basically, it's like a small but long Cornish pasty, but with a pizza filling. And yeah, it was just what the doctor ordered. I also had a very hot cappuccino. I mean, it was like molten lava when I tasted it first, but when it cooled down, it was actually quite nice. So I'm in the mood for seeing some more views, and I'm going to drive to a place called Ardmair Beach. So no doubt it's probably going to rain. I'll catch you there. The rain stayed away, but the car's shaking. It's like it's blowing a gale out there. Just give it a couple of minutes, and I'm just going to go have a walk along the beach and see what's about. Well, you can see from the car, there's some cloud covering the top of the mountain, but the views are absolutely beautiful. This is a stunning beach, to be fair. Even on a windy day, but it's just starting to die down now. But what you see in front, it's a mountain with a hat on, as they say. But the cloud's trying to, well, it is actually lifting itself over the mountain, and I do believe that is called Goigok or Goigok. Let me just check on Google Earth. Goigok. Sorry for the mispronunciation again. The Goigok Geopod. Correct me in the comments. I may have got it wrong, but that's just according to Google Earth what I think what that mountain is called. So we're in a place called Ardmair, which is a small village hamlet just north of Ullapool. We would have passed this on the ferry. Right in front of me now, I think that's Isle Martin, and which should be right over there. Or it could actually be up there. It's one of the two anyway, I'm just trying to figure out where it is. But yeah, Isle Martin should be out there, and I don't know if we can see Horse Island. I'll just backtrack a wee bit. Again, let's check Google Earth where my location is. Just don't drop the phone. Don't drop the phone. Aye. Isle Martin is out there somewhere. We can't see Horse Island. Or Horse Island, should I say. But yeah, we're on the banks. Do you call it the banks? Anyway, that's Loch Broom. That's around here. It's the name of the body of water that we see. But yeah, if you're doing the North Coast 500 and you just want a spot to stop and stretch legs, I recommend coming here on a less windy day. But even though it's windy, it still doesn't take away from the spectacular scenery. If you're looking for a rugged landscape, well, here we are. On some grassy bit now. Oh, look at that. Wow. 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 I'll be honest, I think this windy weather is actually adding to the experience. This is Northern Scotland at its finest. I got some boats in that little harbour there. But would you look at that? But yeah, what a place. I said it once, and I'll probably say it again. This to me looks like Scotland at its finest. Right, back to the car. Just gotta watch my step. Woo! It's a fresh one today. But at least the sun's coming out now. Ah, someone's made a heart out of stones. Maybe a heart of stone. That's clever. I like it. And of course, the very popular snacks. Some people like to create like a wall, and then some people are very creative. It's like a pancake stack, isn't it? Just taking my time walking back to the car. Yeah, walking on these stones can actually be just a little bit challenging, so just be aware. Oh, back on the grass. Just received a message from the host of my Airbnb for tonight to say that the room is ready, so yay! Usually some places up here you check in after 5 o'clock in the afternoon, but no, fair play, the room's ready right now, so I'm going to drive back, check in, freshen up, and then we'll go for a wander around Ullapool. Oh, if you made it this far watching, thank you very much, and please drop me a like and subscribe to the channel, because I've only just sort of started out, so every bit of support helps. Anyway, a little bit of housekeeping out of the way. In one of my previous videos, I actually did a video all about Ullapool. So what I'm just going to do, I'm just going to have a quick walk around, and come join me and enjoy the delights of Ullapool. I'm going to be returning to my Airbnb pretty soon and get something to eat, get some dinner, get some rest, because I'm off again on my travels tomorrow. Good morning, and today is going home day. But there is one place I want to go and visit just before I leave, and it's a place called Knockan Crag Nature Reserve. I've looked up pictures on TripAdvisor and the place looks absolutely spectacular. First, I just need to check out my Airbnb and let's hit the road. Welcome to Knockan Crag Nature Reserve. It's a misty, rainy day, drizzly day, but this place is spectacular. It's very atmospheric today, isn't it? Sun is trying to break through the clouds. So I'm just gonna walk on one of these trails and just see what we can find. Knockan Crag Nature Reserve is quite significant in scientific terms because it's here where scientists examine the layers and the formations of the rock to basically examine how old our planet is. And they also found they found rocks here that originated from somewhere else, and so they're researching how come these rocks have moved so many miles. And also, I'm just trying to remember, yes, why younger rocks are layered on top of, sorry, it could be the other way around. Is it the other way around? The older rocks are layered on top of the younger rocks. Anyway, this is a place for a science buff. So what we see here is just an example of just how the rocks are layered on top of each other. As you can see, further down we go, you got like 540 million years old. And the one down the very bottom is 1,000 million years old. And they all have different colours as well. I mean, we got Deerness limestone, Saltarella grit, 515 million years old. So yeah, if you're into your geology, this place is a must visit. Soon have a viewing platform up here with more information. Oh wow, look at this view. The mistiness has gone. Well, except for up there. One thing that did catch my attention, you see the road below? Not often you see a road with that sort of light complexion of a colour. Very smooth. And actually in very, very good condition. Anyway, let's have a look up here. Look at these two people. Morning, chaps. How the devil are you? Resembles a bit like, what, Terry Wogan? Yeah. Looks a bit like the great broadcaster who we sadly lost in 2016. So come in and discover how our planet works. So people from all around the world have puzzled over the rocks at Knockan Crag. Like you, they've wondered just how a layer of older rock ended up on top of layers of younger rocks. Usually you'll find older rocks below the younger ones. The answer? The older rocks had been shoved up and over the younger layers by massive forces from deep within the earth. That's pretty cool. Many geologists felt that the rock layers here did not follow the usual order. They believed the ones on top were actually the oldest, but others disagreed. The debate lasted many years until Peach and Horn studied the rock layers in detail and proved the oldest rocks usually really were on top. Peach and Horn, now, I wonder is that those two chaps? If you can make it out. Incredible as it may seem, Scotland and England were once on separate continents divided by an ocean and nearer to the South Pole. As you can see, diagrams of continents colliding. It's wonderful how the world used to be. Right now, this is something I didn't know. The famed fault. So have we got a fault line? As you can see, starting all the way up from Dearness, Kinloch Burvey. Here we are, Knockan Crag, Ullapool, Gairloch, Kinlochewy, that's how you pronounce it. And of course, famous horse castle, Kyle of Loch Calch. And everything west usually seems to have the same geological features. As the sun come out, right, decisions. Let's go where the arrow points. Look at all these rocks here. Got a little sort of flow of water. Like standing stones. Loads of them in this part of the world, standing stones. Oh yeah, this ain't an easy trek, to be fair. So caution is advised. But it's not too bad today. It's not as windy as it was. But yeah, we got some fantastic views. Magical, isn't it? I know I keep looking back at it, but I love that feeling when you visit a place for the first time and you just, it's a moment that takes your breath away. And quite literally, I'm breathless at the moment. but it's stunning. Just sort of drinking it in. It's not the place to go if you don't have a head for heights. Crag top and thrust trails. Well, thrust trails, not, you know what I mean. It's the Irish accent. We can't say TH properly, that's why. So, around the world in 600 million years. Take 100 million year steps and follow Scotland as it drifts across the planet. Okay. So, first step, 600 million years ago, Scotland is near the South Pole. Second one, Scotland is part of North America. 500 million years ago. 400 million years ago, Scotland collides with England. Scotland's been about. 300 million years ago, Scotland is near the equator. 200 million years ago, dinosaurs ruled Scotland. 100 million years ago, Scotland is under a shallow sea. And here we are. Well, end of the journey, question mark. Welcome to Knockan Crag. Oh, let's have a look at this. A big ball, a big sphere. I hope it's stable. You don't want that rolling on top of you. I'm okay with heights most of the time. I'm more okay with them when you have some sort of protection. I know it's not much of a fall, but still big enough fall anyway. But I just had a look up there and it just seems to be a little bit more exposed and the drops are bigger. Plus it's a bit blustery today. I feel I'm not going to take any chances. So I'm chickening out basically. But yeah, it's definitely a place to stop at. Have a look around and just drink in the views. But yeah, if I had maybe hiking equipment with me, I may have gone on a little bit further, may have felt a little bit more stable, but not for me today. I sort of know my limits. All right, let's head back to the car because I've got a 5-hour journey home. Before I sign off, I just want to thank all of you who have watched all of this video and who have watched the previous videos of my tour around the northwest of Scotland and the Isle of Lewis and Harris. How can I sum this trip up? Breathtaking. Windy, but truly breathtaking. I've never actually really been to this part of Scotland before. And now I have. I can truly see why it is one of the most outstandingly beautiful countries on this planet. I mean, it's taken my breath away. I love the people. I've I've met quite a few friendly people. I mean, the Outer Hebrides, where I was staying, oh, they went above and beyond, and even interacting with people in shops, cafes, pubs. Very, very decent people. So I've enjoyed every moment of it. And I hope you've enjoyed this video and the previous videos. So if you have, please, I'd be grateful for a like. Please subscribe. I've only just started my YouTube channel, so I'm a relative newbie, so I'm still going to be making mistakes, but I'm a firm believer of practice makes perfect, so I'm still going to be making more videos of other places where I want to go and see in Scotland. So thank you very much for watching. Take care of yourselves. Good people are scarce. Mind how you go.